Hello everyone, it's Amy, and I am going to show you how to make this feathered star. And you can use it on a Christmas tree, you can use it as a sun catcher, and this is made out of a recycled CD. So the first step is you have to peel your CDs. And the way to do that is to just scratch your CD, and you want to scratch it till you get through the paint to the plastic. And I don't know if I got down through there or not. Once you get down to the plastic, you're going to put some tape on there. You can use duct tape, masking tape, packing tape, and then you just push it on to where you scratched it and you peel off the painted layer. And with CDs, this takes a while to do it with most of them, but sometimes you might get lucky. And so see, we're peeling that off, and we're removing the paint from the other side so that we just have a clear CD. Now I did get these CDs at the recycle store, and I also got that green one right there from the recycle store, but this one peels really easy. It's like you just put the tape on there, and when you do put your tape on, pull away from, you put it on the plastic, the clear plastic and the paint, and then you peel away from the clear part and onto the paint, and that's what lifts it. But this is the only CD, and I picked up as many of them as they had. This is the only CD that I have ever seen peel this way. But normally it's going to take you a while. You're going to sit down and peel your CD, and if you get lucky, you might find one like this that just peels off super easy. But it's just a nice thing to do. You can do it in the evening with the harder ones, like the green one there. You can just do it in the evening while you're watching TV or something. Just sit down and peel a whole bunch of them, and then you've got them ready for when you want to make some feathers or some feathered stars, or whatever it is that you decide that you want to make. So, but you're going to peel your whole CD, and once you get it peeled, then you're going to cut 3 feathers from your CD. Now, the way that I do it is I just kind of start at an angle towards the center, and I'm going to kind of round towards the center and then back out again, and then I'm going to bring it up and around and give myself a bit of a point here, like this. Round it back in to get this point. Because doing it this way, this is what's going to give you what's left over to make your star. So again, now I'm going to start right at the point. I'm going to start right here, and again I'm going to round in towards the center, right towards the center. When I get to the center, I'm going to come back out again, and then I'm going to make like a swoop. I'm going to come like this and then back out again. So I'm going to come round it this way and then back out to make a point. And then for the last one, I'm going to start here, and I'm going to make sure that I end up at the other point over here. I'm going to round in towards the center. When I get towards the center, I'm going to start rounding back out again. And then I'm going to make that swoop like that. And there we go. And that leaves you with this piece here. And you have 3 feathers that you can make, and I did a video on the feathers. I learned this from Secret Soto. And but I'm going to put that aside, and we're going to work with this. Now you're going to need 2 of these, so you'll need 2 CDs. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start at the tip, and you're going to feather it just like you feather the star. You're going to cut down at an angle towards the center. And at the very beginning, you're just going to put little tiny nicks. You don't want to just like skip to where you can actually make a deeper cut, because you want those nicks on there to make it look feathered all the way up. Otherwise, it just won't look right if you just leave that solid. The further down you get, the longer you're going to make your cuts, and you're going to make your cuts right towards the center and kind of not go past center. So, which if you went past center, it would probably snap. But you're just going to cut, 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 and you're going to do this all the way around. When you get to the middle, you're just going to keep going at that same angle, and as you get towards the center, you're going to start straightening out so that you're going straight. Now you're going to go straight across here, just make some little nicks, and then you're going to start angling back this way so that these ones will be on an angle down towards the bottom and towards the center, and just keep right on going. And you're going to do this until you go all the way around. You're going to feather this. All three of these little points will wind up feathered. I want to show you what it gets when you get to the top and you make the point corner, when you make the turn. Excuse me. Okay, now what I'm doing is I've got nothing left to hold on to here, so I'm just going to kind of turn it over and keep going. Now I'm going to get shorter and shorter until I get to the point where I'm just making little nicks. Just make little nicks, then turn it over, and when you turn it over, you're going to want to just make little nicks because you don't want to cut through to those other cut lines or it'll fall apart. Just make little nicks and then start getting deeper and deeper, making sure that you don't cut all the way across to hit this line. And then you're just going to keep right on going until you get all the way around the whole star. Okay, and you're going to cut two just like this. And the one thing that I forgot to tell you before you do these cuts is if you want it colored, now this one, I forgot because this one is colored, this CD comes out blue when you do it. The green CD, when you do it, it comes out clear, like this. So in the green CD, the center ring does not come off. But that works okay. It's just white on this side. But what I do is I color them with alcohol ink. You can color, excuse me, if you don't have alcohol ink, you can color them with anything that you want. And you want to do this before you cut it. I'm going to use a light green, a dark green, and a yellow because the center that I have is green. But you can do them with paint. You can do them with stamping ink. You can stamp on them first. I like the alcohol inks because it's very see-through and it just gives you nice color. And I do both sides. Now the green one, when you peel them, they don't completely peel off. They leave little flecks of silver here and there. You could work really hard to try and get all those flecks off, but those little flecks look really pretty in there. You know, you can see there's some right in here, and they give you that metallic, what do you call that? I don't know. Anyways, they give you that color of a CD. So color them before you cut them, because once you cut them, they're a little bit fragile, and you don't want to be pressing really hard with your alcohol inks. But if you forget to color them, you can always just kind of drip your alcohol inks on there, let them run in different ways, and get your color on there that way, or you can paint them. So once you've colored them and you've cut them, you'll need two, and once you get two of them, then you'll take those two, and see this one has the green circle on it, this one doesn't, but what I do is I put the green circle on the inside, and what we're going to do is we're going to kind of see which way they kind of look the best together, because, you know, when you put them together, they do look better, sometimes one way more than another. So I actually like the very first way, just like that. So that's how I'm going to glue it together. And then what I do is I use E6000 to glue these together. And I just put it around that circle where it's not going to show. It's not going to show through. And then there we go. Line up your hole, push it together, and then the only part that takes a super long time is I clamp it. I have a clamp here somewhere. I clamp it with a little clamp, and I leave it set overnight. So, because I want to make sure, because there is pressure between these two, because they're rounded this way and rounded that way, you know, they don't, you really need to put some pressure on there. So I just go ahead and put a little clamp on there, and then I just stand it up in a jar of pencils, and then I just let it set overnight. Once it is set overnight and it's dry, you'll wind up, it'll look like this. And then you just need to choose a center, and actually the center that I have out is green, and this is blue, but you're just going to glue your center on there. And then I also clamp that for a while, or you don't even really have to clamp it, but you do want to let it set for a while. And just take some of your E6000 and put it on the outside of your center, wherever there's a good spot to glue on your center, depending on what you use. You don't have to get it in the middle because there's a hole there in the middle. And then just put it on there. Give it a push. And then just let that set till it dries. Get the top back on this before it all oozes out. There we go. And then what you're going to do is drill a little hole. I just have a little block of wood here. And you're going to decide which way you want it to hang. Obviously, one of these that really curls around like this is not a good one to hang it on. You're better off to try and find one that's a little flat. And that looks nice for the top there. So put that on your wood. And then just drill a little hole. You want to put it nice and flat on a piece of wood so you don't drill into something, but it also holds your star firmly so that it doesn't crack. So, and you want to make sure that you stay, when you drill your hole, I don't know if you can see the hole there or not. The hole is there. Kind of stay away from your little slices. And then just take a piece of wire. Oops. And just make a little fancy hook. And I like to use wrap it around a pen. It works nice. Just make this one very simple. Just go like that. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers. Just turn this back out just a little bit. If that's sharp, hit it with a nail file. And then just put it through your hole. And voila, you have a feathered star for your Christmas tree or for your window, or both. Put it on your Christmas tree and then hang it in the window when Christmas is over. I hope that you enjoyed that tutorial. If you have any questions, please just leave a message down below. And I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.